working parents, we can sometimes confuse making sacrifices for our children for sacrificing our children. A lot of us, when we think about sacrificing children, we think about it in a biblical sense. You know, the binding of Isaac in the book of Hebrews, when Abraham took his son Isaac, laid him on the altar and was going to sacrifice him, that type of sacrificing your child. Although with the crazy world we live in, some have sacrificed children in that manner. But I'm talking about the spiritual way some of us sacrifice our children on a daily basis without even knowing it, without even recognizing that our behavior is in fact sacrificing our child, sacrificing our children. And let's be clear, this message is for the messenger. I'm here to talk about me and how I sacrificed my children over the years. Let's start with something small, simple, and digestible because I don't want to get too deep and lose y'all. There was a time when I would make my business my idol, which means I was working sun up, sun down, wee hours in the morning. So by the time my children were getting up and getting ready for school, I was dog tired, worn out. So sometimes, yeah, I'd stumble in the room, make sure they were on task, brushing teeth, whatever. But then I'd stumble right back into my room, dog tired. And on many days, they made their way out the door into the bus stop. There were days I'd say bye, watch them walk out the door, lock up behind them or whatever. But on a lot of days, I just would hear the door open. Yeah, make sure you lock that door and go on back to sleep. And those were the days, my friend, when I was sacrificing my children. How to not sacrifice your children? Get your bleep up out of that bed. Make sure them babies are on task every step. Let them know somebody cares, somebody's watching, somebody is holding them accountable and wants to make sure they go out in this world, in life, at their best, feeling their best, looking their best. And no, you don't have to walk them to the bus stop or whatever, depending on their age. But you better walk them to that door and leave them with a kiss and a prayer. Otherwise, you just letting these babies get up, do what they do, go out into this world. All because you was up too late, whether it was working at the club or whatever. It might hurt to hear this. And although it may not have been a biblical sacrifice, you sacrificed your babies in a spiritual sense. But now that you and I know better, let's do better together. Remember, we gonna shut off the computer. We gonna come in at a decent hour and we going to bed so that we can get up in the morning with our babies, make sure they are on task, kiss them, hug them, fix breakfast, lunch, whatever we have to do, walk them to that door and leave them with a kiss, a hug, and a prayer. No more sacrificing these babies.